Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the Daily High. It's Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Tone. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Back to travels. I gotta go speak at an event in Miami tomorrow, and then Mother's Day. So I'll be shooting up to New York for Mother's Day, and then probably back to Miami or Panama. I think I'm gonna stay on this side of the world for a little while.
Oh, terrific, terrific. I've had a great day. I finally picked up my car. In Japan, if you buy a car, you got to wait like 2, 3 weeks to pick it up. But I've picked it up this afternoon. There is nothing like driving a sporty little car through the streets of Tokyo. It's unbelievable. It was a great, great experience. But without any further ado, let's get into the price, eh? Who's first tonight? Heads or tails?
Let's do it. Why don't you go first, man? I don't think this week. I think it's like the same show every day this week. But why don't you go first?
Yeah, I feel like that too. And all the points that were made throughout the whole week, I think it's a really good end to the week, like today, this Friday, because we can do a great summary of the week really quickly, which is
Mm-hmm.
just a recap of everything we spoke about throughout the whole week. Nothing has changed, even though the price has moved around a little bit. So it's been really great. So let's get into it. I'm looking at the 4 hour time frame now because it's relevant at this point for me. I don't know if you've been following everyone who's watching right now has been following the whole week. I was long from a pretty good position at about 58 200, 58 300, about the price that my cursor's at right now. I traded the position up to about 62, around this zone right here where I closed out of the position. And because I was concerned that we weren't getting above this 200 simple moving average here, but it's the same on every time frame. It was that key, that driving point, and I'll go into it on the daily. It was just printing. I'm going to say it again. Those lower highs and lower lows. And it was just continually going. When I closed that position, I said there's a high chance that we could go a lot lower if we start to get down here to that 56 zone. I don't want to see that. My last line of the stand is I would be looking for a buy in this zone here, hopefully around 60, something like that. I thought that we'd get a buy. I did end up getting a buy at 61,319 yesterday. It didn't go as low as I thought it did, to be honest. I thought we'd get a bit lower than that. But it is what it is. I caught the trade. In last night's show, I was underwater throughout the whole show. It was when we started the show last night, we're floating exactly at sort of the price that we're at, and we did go a lot lower, a little bit lower, I should say. Even throughout the show, I was very, 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 very close to even in last night's show closing that position out, but I didn't. I gave it a little bit more room, and was really happy when I woke up this morning. Where does that leave us right now? I think it's in a pretty good spot. I really liked that we didn't get as low as Okay, so I'll just say one thing quickly. Some people hate when I talk about my own trades, and some people think it's relevant. I use my own trades as it's the only way I know how to do TA. I just explain why I did what I did, and I telegraphed what I was going to do. I telegraphed what I was going to do back here. So I'm just walking through the process of what I saw and what I'm looking at and what I'm still looking at in real time, in real trades with real money. So we came back down. Like we're about to get a bullish cross here, which is the same sort of thing that you see here, and it's a good sign. It's a good first sign of all the time frames I'm looking at. 4 hour getting a bullish cross right here with a 7S simple moving average is about to cross a 30, and that in this candle we've come back down and tested that area. I really like that. So with midway through the 4 hour candle, I would love to see this come back up and get close a bit higher. It doesn't have to, but as long as we stay above this mark right here at that the conjunction of the two moving averages there, the interception, I'm really, really impressed with this price. I like that we're still above. That's the 4 hour time frame. The daily is even a lot clearer because this is what I've been speaking about all week, that we haven't been able to get above the 30. And once again, you can see today we've still been rejected by the 30. So I think that it's either a good sign that there's further downside to come because every time we come up near the 30 simple moving average or around that zone, we keep getting broken down and sold and sold. Or alternatively, you could see it as, well, we're coiling up and it's everything's drawing down and bunching together. All the moving averages are bunching together. We're still sitting above the 7 here as we speak right now. I really like the idea of getting a good clean break of the 30 simple moving average. Then it would push up, of course, to the 50, and then it would push up, of course, to tone support and resistance zone, which is sort of which I've been talking about all week. My last line in the sand here of getting things moving again. I would really, really like to see that. Um, but I mean, looking at the broader scope of things, we're still in that downwards, macro trend at the moment. So we do need to start breaking some of these points to get really, really bullish. And I'd love to be in this trade at that point. But if you're a follower of the show, you'll know that we start to come down here, I'll just close out. It's been a good trade already, and I won't let this thing go into a loser. Just finishing off with the weekly because it is the end of the week. Oh, I haven't looked at this. They're shooting at it. I'm going to put the MRI on because there's nothing on alpha. We're just below the 7 simple moving average, and we're above everything else. So let's have a look. Yeah, nothing. I got nothing on the weekly. Just the same thing. We're still below the 7. We keep getting rejected off the 7, just like we were on the daily time frame. Where while we're below the 7, it's cautious but still optimistic because we're still above the 30, the 50, and the 200. It's all good. But I'd really like to see this get above the 7. Once this gets above the 7 at 66, 200 on the weekly time frame, we are above every single moving average on alpha metrics, and there's nothing to think about, worry about, or do. You're in a long, you're long. So that's all I've got to say. Tone, I'm coming back to you. So unmute yourself if you want to say something. Before you do, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. We've got 2bit and BitGet. Please sign up for the Discord group. It's a fantastic community. Even if you just are interested in my trades and if you want to verify what I'm talking about, if you don't believe me, I tend to post a lot of my trades as soon as I enter them in the group, and we get a lot of response and communication in the group. People asking me, "Oh, where'd you put your stop loss or whatever?" Everybody does it, not just me. There's almost 1,000 people in there now. A lot of really, really good traders and a lot better than me. So yeah, please join. It's free to do. Tone, what do you reckon, mate? What are you seeing?
All right, let's go and take a look at the charts. Yeah, so the weekly chart, man, it's like the same. This candle's been here all week long. Nothing has really changed this candle, whether it's at the bottom of this candle or near the top of the candle. If it is at the top of the candle and the candle is closing green and above prior candle's high, that will change things. But if this is a red candle, it doesn't change anything. It's consolidation near the bottom. We are on the 5th candle heading towards an MRI buy. I would like to, it's a 50-50 toss-up for me. Would I rather have the price keep going down and give me a weekly MRI buy? Or would I rather just have a nice green candle, make this candle go green this weekend and just end this count to the downside, get a green star candle like what we did back in February, and then, go up another 20, 30%. So as of the green star candle,
let's do that. Let's do that one. That's option B.
It went up 45%. Obviously, I would rather have one of these, right? I would love to for this candle to go up. This candle will not. It will be very rare for this candle to have a price flip. I'm just gonna move this line up a little bit. We would need to close above 66,000 basically in order to have a green 1 print, and giving us the green star candle on next week's candle. I would love to see a green star candle and then have us go up, 45%, approaching that Fibonacci extension of 100,000. That would be great. I'm good with either scenario. Preferably we go up from here, but this candle doesn't tell us anything. The allocation chart remains at 20%. And I do like this consolidation. It allows the moving averages to all catch up and bunch up. And then hopefully I can get into 100% allocation either next week, or even better, it would be the week after. Or at the end of next week, basically, with one more slightly bullish leading consolidation, followed by one more bullish candle, would flip all of these short-term moving averages, and then I would catch it just as they're rolling over to the upside, allowing me to go from 20% to 100% bullish, still in the vicinity of 64, 65,000. And then once the daily chart breaks above its resistance zone at 67, I think we're going to go and break the all-time high fairly quickly. Might get rejected one more time at 72, pull back to 68, and then the next go around absolutely like just annihilate 72 and go way, way higher. Short-term chart, Matt looked at the 4-hour, so I will just look at the 1-hour instead on the 1-hour chart. Things are looking fairly bullish on the 1-hour chart. You can see how we've had an MRI resistance line for 2 days now on the 1-hour chart. That's pretty long. You don't get them very long. The last time we had one this long, we broke it and did go fairly higher on the hourly chart, went a full 5% higher for over $3,000. But it was a lot more effort to break that line. Not only did we have to go like 8% to break the line, the 2 hours that broke the line were like extended candles. That's not how you want to break a line. You want to break it exactly how it's happening right now. It's we rallied 4% to get to the line, and now we're consolidating in order to break it. This is a way cleaner potential break of that 1-hour resistance line. We topped on an MRI top right at resistance. We're now back at resistance. This is looking very, very clean, especially if we start trending up this afternoon with a green star candle as we break this 1-hour resistance line. That's actually looking really, really nice. I'm gonna be optimistic.
I've been watching that for all day. 10 hours, mate. Exactly that point. Exactly. And it keeps touching it. It even pierced it at one point. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
like an
see
hour
that.
ago. Yeah. I've been watching that flat out actually because I really feel like that's a really good move once we get past that.
Yeah, and it looks like our 4-hour MRI count is breaking right now. We still have 2 hours though, so we can maintain it. I think the price is ripe right now for a short term to move up into the 4-hour MRI resistance line, sitting at 64,000. That would break the 1-hour very nicely. That would break the 1-hour and move up into the zone and then pull back to 63 for a back test. So something like this, I can definitely envision. Right now, this morning, I would probably be looking at bullish trades versus bearish trades. If we were back in that trading contest, I'd probably go long right now, as I do think this MRI resistance line is ready to break with the 4-hour MRI resistance ready to reject the price for a bit. So that's kind of it for me. I could just peek at the other markets.
Yeah, look at pre-market on the S&P, mate. It looks really nice.
Well, it's not pre-market anymore. It's been trading for 20 minutes now. And yeah, the weekly chart on the S&P is looking super strong. I did a video last night on my channel, once again, talking about why the S&P is going to go to all new all-time high and completely just leave people dumbfounded how high S&P can go. And that's because it is a safe haven. People are this is what Martin Armstrong refers to as the end of the private wave. This is over the next 4 to 6 years, there will be a complete loss of faith in the government. And when that happens, there's more money sitting in government bonds than in stocks. And when the complete loss of faith in the bond sector arrives, you will see trillions of dollars leave the bond market and enter the stock market, which means the S&P can double this decade easily, just from the influx of capital that has nowhere else to go. And I think Bitcoin is going to also be a huge beneficiary of that. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the long trend in the S&P to get to the top of this channel and then have a massive overshoot above the channel, similar to the 1920s. Just a massive overshoot. Whoa, that's only 1979. I may have to go to the monthly view. Like that. Just a massive overshoot. The Dow went up even more, like the NASDAQ style overshoot during the .com. I'm expecting that from the stock market. and then an inevitable crash when companies will have to leave US and find, I guess, neutral, independent global jurisdictions, which the technology should be able to provide for that on the back end of this decade or next decade. So no one believes that this is possible, and this is why the market continues to go higher and higher and higher as people continue to be scared, with the gloom and doomers always calling for a 1929 style correction without realizing the 1920s raging bull market before that correction. All right.
Well put, mate.
And that's pretty much it for me. Just going to continue keeping an eye on the movement in the early parts of this 4-year bullish cycle in Bitcoin. And so far, it's holding true to its prior movements. All right. I'm done. Matt, off to you to close us out.
Yeah, all right, mate. That's fantastic. Look, it's been a slow week in the price of Bitcoin, but we brought you shows each night. I think, did we miss a night? Can't remember. But it's been fantastic. It's been a great week and nice, short, sharp shows. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope Bitcoin can actually pierce that 1 hour MRI support and resistance area. I hope it can pierce the 4 hour one. I hope it can close above 66, 67 and break the whole trend and get above all my moving averages on the weekly time frame. And we have a bumper day Monday, and it kicks off into the week, and we're all rich and happy. But if not, if we drop, get out of your trades and look for lower prices. That's all I can say. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Please use the Discord group. It's fantastic. All you got to do, use the affiliate links in the description below. Have a wonderful weekend. Tone, till next time.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. I just glanced at the Euro USD pair. It's just consolidating. There's really not much of an opinion. Maybe next week it will try to pick a direction. All right. Thank you all for